welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star, and today is Monday, April 18th. And because it's a Monday, that means it's time for What Sold on eBay. Just like every week, guys, we're going to start with the plush, and I'll show you each and every plush that sold this week for us on the eBay platform. And then we'll take a look at the highlights I've pulled out for you guys to see what sells for us, what brands are good to look for, price points, and all of that good stuff. So let's jump on in with the otter that you're looking at. This is a National Geographic Kids Eurasian otter. It is a McDonald's toy, so it is very small, and you can't expect a lot of money for most McDonald's toys. I say most because there's some Neopets out there that will fetch a good price. This otter was free to us, so I went ahead and listed him out of the lot he was in, and he sold for $11.24. And as you can see, very small. Actually, it weighed less than an ounce to ship, so that was nice. This is a Build-A-Bear 13-inch brown bear. So with Build-A-Bears, I never start them under $18. If it's a plain bear or a dog or another animal, and it's plain, it's not a licensed character or recognizable character from pop culture, I never start them lower than 18. I will entertain offers of 15 or 16 on older ones, but I don't start them at 18. I don't even comp them anymore. I know what Build-A-Bears are worth, and so I'll hold out for mine to sell at 18 when they're plain. Now, if they are a character or recognizable, or from a licensed like Star Wars or something, if I've never had one like that before, I will go ahead and comp it to see what they're selling for, because those are always worth a little bit more money. Additionally, I want to add in this tip that I've told you guys before, but if your animals from Build-A-Bear have clothing on them and it's not part of who they are, like if you have the Belle Bear with the iconic gold dress, or you have a Star Wars character with Star Wars outfits on, clearly you want to keep them in their clothes and sell them as a set. But if you have just a regular run-of-the-mill animal and it has clothes on it, strip it naked and sell them separate. You can get like $12 for generic Build-A-Bear clothes, on up to a lot more money for football jerseys and helmets and recognizable things on the t-shirts and things like that. So I always recommend strip them naked, sell the clothes separate of the animal, and you'll make more money that way. And a lot of times the clothes will sell faster than the plush themselves. Oh, I should have told you the bear sold for $17.99. He shipped first class. Next up, we have an Angry Bird bomb. This is Rovio plush. That's a pretty good brand to look for when you are looking for like Angry Birds plushes. The bombs, like this one, do better. They do have the red and the blue, just regular Angry Birds, and I would call those bread and butter. They take a long time to sell, though. They're very oversaturated. Typically, I do really well with the bombs and any more rare characters. I'm showing you this one because he's a mistake, and I want you to learn from my mistakes so you don't make the same one. This one should have been about $20 all in, and I had him for $19.99 free ship for a while, and he didn't move. By the way, when I say a plush didn't move, I mean it sat for 6 months to a year or more. Plush is very long tail. It is very slow, and it is far different from any other category of items you're ever going to sell on eBay. 6 months for a plush in the plush world will be equivalent to like a month or two for clothing. And that, clothing can be very slow as well. Plush is very, very long tail. Long story long, I had him up for $19.99 free ship, and I thought, you know what, I'll knock him down to $9.99, and then I'll put calculated shipping on him, because he was pretty large, and he did require going into a priority box, and he weighed over a pound. Well, I forgot to uncheck the little check on the free shipping on my template when I changed him. You guys know the little box where you check for free shipping. So I changed him to priority from first class and everything, but I forgot to uncheck the free shipping, and so I just ate it. I don't really recommend canceling a sale if you made the mistake. So sometimes you have to eat your own mistakes. So we had to eat it. Of course, someone bought him in California. I can never make a mistake on an item that's staying in Florida or going very close by. No, he went all the way to California. So we ended up out like $1 or $2 on him all told. But that's just something I wanted to share with you guys. If you're going to change something from free shipping to calculated, make sure you're unchecking that box. And if you have templates set up, make sure that you're unchecking that box if you wanted to charge shipping. Otherwise, you have to eat it, because I absolutely do not recommend canceling sales for your mistakes. It's one thing if you actually can't find something and you have to contact the buyer and work something out. But something like this, I will just eat the cost. Next up, we have a petting zoo T-Rex. Petting Zoo is a pretty good brand. I do pretty well with most of the animals from the petting zoo. Sometimes you'll find them from specific zoos around the country, which is cool. This is a dinosaur. He's a T-Rex. So he was about $1 in a wholesale lot, and he sold for $17.99. And he shipped first class. I was going to show you his tag, but there we go. Next up, we have a dandy Christmas snowflake teddy. So I had shown you a couple of these snowflake teddies already that have been selling. We had a whole bunch of these in a wholesale lot that we got from Greg, and they're about $1 or $2 a piece. This guy I found on his own at a local thrift store. We were out exploring all of the thrift stores in our area here, and I found him for $1.99, and I knew he was worth picking up. So I added him to the snowflake pairs in our store. They're all stored in one bin together too. They're friends. Anyway, this guy sold for a best offer of $17.99, plus they paid shipping, because this is one I did not make a mistake on, and I remembered to uncheck the box. So they paid calculated shipping on this guy in addition to the $17.99. That is it for the plush. We had the 5 plush sale last week. Now I'm going to show you this Converse 1-star hoodie. This came in a wholesale lot. I don't know that I ever would have thought to pick up Converse hoodies or shirts in the wild. But this one was in a lot. It was about $1.50, I think, for, when you averaged out the cost of goods, and it sold for $22.49. So, and it shipped first class. So maybe in the future, if I saw Converse, I might pick it up. Next up, we have a vintage Winger concert tee. This came in a wholesale lot as well. It was a nice surprise in the box. This was about $1.50, and it sold for a best offer of $40 and shipped first class. You guys, keep your eyes peeled for those concert t-shirts, especially the vintage ones. I've had concert tees that are vintage that comp at $12, and then you get these that comped at $40. We also sold one over the weekend on Poshmark for $50. So when you find these tour t-shirts or these concert t-shirts, always a good idea to comp them and see if you're going to source it when you're out in the wild. Next up, we have some 7 for All Mankind jeans. These are new at tags. These were, believe it or not, 99 cents at a Goodwill in Pittsburgh. So they've been around for a while. They took a while to sell, and they did finally move this weekend for $45. And they shipped in a padded flat. 7 for All Mankind used to be a huge bolo brand, but it has kind of fallen to the wayside as people race to the bottom. I'll still pick it up if I can find it for $2 or less. Anything new at tags, I'd obviously pay like $5, or a little bit more. But I don't necessarily rush for the 7 for All Mankind like I used to. Next up, we have a Real Legend vintage fishing shirt. This was about $2.50 at a Salvation Army, and it sold for $16 on a best offer, and it shipped first class. Vintage fishing shirts. I cannot say that enough. This and Pearl Snap shirts are like our 2 favorite things to find out in the wild when we're sourcing. Next up, we have another pair of 7 for All Mankind. These are men's jeans. These ones are used, and they sold for $30 on a best offer, and they shipped in a padded flat. And these were about $2.50, $3 on a half off sale at a thrift store. Next up, speaking of pearl snaps, here's a Wrangler brand pearl snap. We did take a best offer on this one of $15.75. We've had some Wranglers that are long sleeve or bigger sizes like the extra large and the double XLs that have sold for $20 or $25. This one, again, $15.75. Our cost was $2. It shipped first class. And we also sold another Wrangler to a different buyer. It wasn't the same buyer. This one is also a large short sleeve pearl snap. I like the colors on this one because it's kind of like vintage 70s. It kind of reminds me of my grandfather. This one we also took a best offer of $15.75 on, and it shipped first class as well. It was also around $2.50. Here's another pearl snap we sold over the weekend. This is an Old Navy brand, long sleeve, size large, and it is like the thicker flannel material. This is why I preach that pearl snaps are always good to pick up. This is Old Navy. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill brand, mall brand, and the pearl snaps sell for $24.99 all day long. If you have bigger sizes, you can go up to like $28 and $30. So this was $2 our cost, and that's what it sold for, was $24.99, and it shipped first class. Of course, you can always get a little bit more for the long sleeves and the flannel ones than, you know, the thinner short sleeve ones. This one I really like. That was probably my favorite because it's purple. All right, next up, I have some shoes that have been around for like ever. I have had these forever. I got them for 99 cents at a Goodwill back when I was starting to do shoes, which it's a long story. If you're a longtime viewer, you know that shoes really bother me. They skeeve me out. I think they're disgusting. But I was trying to challenge myself to try something new, to learn something new, and to kind of get over my about shoes. So when I would go to Goodwill on Sundays, on the 99-cent Sunday back in Pittsburgh, I would just pick up any brands I thought would do well or anything that was unique and nice looking, because they were only 99 cents a pair. Even if you could only sell them for $12 plus calculated shipping that the buyer paid, you were still making out pretty good. So I was picking up all the shoes. I mean, I thought these would actually sell more quickly than they did. They're platform, they're glittery. I mean, they're nice. And you guys can see I put party and cocktail as part of the keywords to try to get them to move. But they took a long time. But they finally did sell for $17.99 plus calculated shipping. So buy shoes. Next up, we have some True Religion jeans. These sold for $39.99. I used to be able to start these around $50 and then get offers of $40, $45. I now start them around $40, and if they sell for $39.99, that's fantastic. Sometimes I have to take a best offer of $30 to $35. Just another example of yet another brand that people just kind of trash the market value on when they race to the bottom. So these did ship in a padded flat, and our cost was around $6. These are the, oh yeah, I should show you that. On the True Religions, on the back, if it says section, if there's a name there, that's the style of the jeans. So you want to put that in your title. So these are Joey and their flare. And last but not least, I wanted to show you just two of the remotes that we sold last week. We sold a handful of remotes. We always do. They have a really quick sell-through rate, and remotes move really fast. I just always like to pick out a couple just to show you like a bread and butter and then a good one. So this is a Magnavox. It's a brand that a lot of people don't think about if you're looking for remotes. If you see them as one-offs like in thrift stores or rummage sales, or if you see them in your wholesale boxes, don't overlook them. Magnavox is not that awful. We took a best offer, $15.15, ships first class. Our cost was like 20 cents. So it was worth listing and selling. This is a DVD VCR combo remote control. And then we have this Onkyo AV receiver. So these AV receiver remotes in every brand are really good. I would say the AV receivers and projector remotes are typically the ones we get the most money for, regardless of brand. But this is an Onkyo, which is another brand I think a lot of people either don't know about or overlook when it comes to remotes. And this one sold for $24.99. Again, our cost was right at 20 cents and it ships first class. So that was a nice flip as well. That wraps up all of the Plush plus the highlights from our clothing and remote sales of the week, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything you saw here today or anything in general about reselling, leave it in the comments below and I absolutely will get back to you. But also join our Facebook group. It's called Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. It's free to join. There's a link in the description box, or you can just search for us on Facebook. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave. Helps the channel a lot. And hey guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe and help support this channel and what we do and help us feed a hungry hippo. Until next time, go be productive, go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.